I am a junk food junkie. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do drugs, I eat sugar. I've struggled with sugar abuse for most of my life, but for the next 30 days, I'm cutting myself off from sugar completely. How will this affect my weight, body composition, health, mood, and energy levels? Well, we're gonna find out. I'm starting with these attributes, and over the next month, we'll see how these change for better or worse. Also, disregard my 3D model not having arms. My wife had never used Polycam before, and well, anyways, it starts now. Yeah, nothing has changed yet, so I'll check back in whenever I have something worth documenting. It's day 4, and I am very tired. I'm not in a very good mood, and I've had intense cravings, especially at night. Why did I feel this way? Well, I did some research. Over the past 20 years, there have been quite a few studies comparing sugar and illegal drugs, and the results were surprising. In 2007, there was a study done on rats called Evidence for Sugar Addiction. Their hypothesis was sugar releases opioids and dopamine, and thus might be expected to have addictive potential. And they found the evidence supports the hypothesis that under certain circumstances, rats can become sugar dependent. Then in 2013, a study found that chocolate chip cookies could be as addictive as cocaine. According to them, sugar and sweet reward can not only substitute to addictive drugs like cocaine, but can be even more rewarding and attractive. Now, I don't want to be so extreme as to say eating sugar is as bad as doing drugs, or that stopping sugar is as hard as stopping drugs. But I do think it's an interesting comparison, even if it is on a much lesser scale. And that might explain why sugar intake continues to rise year after year. Also, if there's any truth to this, that makes Nestle the #1 drug dealer in the world.
Conspiracy theory.
It's day 10 and I feel okay. I've dropped a few pounds, my body composition is looking better, and my energy is starting to come back. I did have to make a change to this challenge though, because at the beginning I was trying to eliminate sugar completely, but after being tired and irritable for 7 straight days, my wife strongly encouraged me to implement some fruit back into my diet. And it made a world of difference in my mood and energy. So moving forward, I'm still gonna be cutting out all processed sugars, but eating a small amount of natural sugar each day. I must say, the weekends are the hardest. Even when I was bodybuilding, I would still eat junk food on Saturday and Sunday. So not eating some candy or ice cream right now is really tough. That's why it's important to have constant reminders of what you're trying to achieve. You could put warnings on the pantry doors.
Warning, sugar inside. Warning.
Set an unflattering animation of yourself as your screensaver. Document your journey for YouTube. Or you stage an intervention with loved ones, burn it to a DVD, and watch it when you're feeling unmotivated.
Based on what I've seen in the past, yes, I think you have a sugar addiction. I think you have a real problem.
If there's sugar around, you're gonna eat it, and you won't stop eating it until you get sick. You don't stop at a reasonable time like most people would. From the time that we started dating, our thing to do was to go out and get sweets and desserts. So we correlated that with being together. So now that we're married, and especially you feel like you need to eat sugar every night. Yeah, I think I enable that.
I am very proud that you're quitting sugar. It's something that I probably couldn't do, so I admire it very much. I know I couldn't do it for 30 days.
And maybe if you just cut it out completely for a while, whenever you come back to it, it won't be so intense, you know. Words of encouragement.
Yeah, words of encouragement. Is it true that you have diabetes?
Yes. Been diabetic since I was a kid, yes. Is that why you invited me here?
No. Do you regret getting diabetes?
Bro, how many times do I have to tell you? I cannot control it at all. Dude, never get this thing off me. I'm done. Get this off.
Where are you
No,
going?
bro, get off me.
Where are you going?
No, dude, no. Come on. Don't contact
Why are you
me
being
again.
like this?
If you or anyone you know is suffering from sugar abuse, please call 1-800-STOP-SUGAR.
Clearly, that was a joke, but the potential side effects of eating too much sugar can be serious. High blood pressure, heart disease, obesity, and even
What? Do you expect me to say diabetes? I have type 1 diabetes. Sugar causes type 2 diabetes. How many times do I have?
Well, the challenge is almost over, so what the heck have I been eating? My top 3 meals were Caesar salads with chicken fingers, stuffed bell peppers with beef, and chicken taquitos. And my top 3 snacks were cashews, turkey sticks, and pickled okra. I even got to eat dessert. My wife made this sugar-free Jell-O pudding pie that was absolutely delicious while you were eating it.
Oh my gosh, sugar-free whipped cream is from the devil.
It was also nearly impossible to eat out during this challenge. I felt like I was cheating unless I could know exactly what I was eating, so we were limited to restaurants with nutrition guides. But after a long and arduous process of going through a lot of those nutrition guides, we were able to have a pizza night from Domino's. Unfortunately, we could only have thin crust and either garlic parmesan or Alfredo sauce, but hey, beggars can't be choosers. There have also been moments during this time that were not only hard not to eat sugar, but I even felt bad about it. I wasn't able to take my wife to our usual Valentine's Day restaurant because they didn't have a nutrition guide posted. And then my mother-in-law made a bunch of sugar-free foods for our Super Bowl party, which I was extremely thankful for, but I felt bad that she had to go through all that trouble. In a way, the social implications of not eating sugar has been one of the hardest and most unexpected parts. Well, we did it. Today is the last day of the sugar challenge. So how have my attributes improved? Let's take a look. I lost 5 pounds. My mood has been consistently good. My body composition is becoming closer to average, and my energy levels have been regularly above average. In fact, I think my energy levels have been the biggest improvement. I have also been tracking my general health during this time. I found that my sinus issues have gotten slightly better from day to day, and most impressively, I noticed a difference in my joint pain. I have arthritis in my knee, and after day 3 of eating no sugar, I could tell a difference in pain and swelling. Moving on to cravings, well, they never went away. Every time I saw candy, my mouth would start watering. I mean, my mouth would quite literally start pouring water. So the cravings never went away, but over time it became much easier to say no. So +1 for self-control. But now that the challenge is over, the true test begins. I have to decide who I want to be. Do I push forward as this new and better character that I've unlocked? Or do I resort back to my old ways and become the fat and tired version of myself that is literally and figuratively incomplete? I wish it were as easy as selecting which character I want, but ultimately it will be decided by the choices I make. Anyways, now I think it would be cool to document how eating sugar after detoxing for 30 days tastes and feels. I've got some Girl Scout cookies here that I've been having to look at in the pantry for the past 2 weeks. So let's see what happens. My mouth is watering so much. It's crazy.